the universe always works in your favor. You got to ingrain this in your mind. If you don't, you're not going to progress very well. So welcome back to the Academy of Light. Today we are going to discuss on how the universe works in our favor. Before that, let me just clarify. The words like universe, God, higher self, soul, spirit, the source energy. See, all these terms can be interchangeably used. There is no difference between all these terms, right? So in this video, we're going to use more of this word universe. So because the reason is because of the way it has been put up in the society. So people are all about the universe and universe. So let us go with that flow. So coming back. So the universe always works in your favor. See, we, or you, me, every one of us, we are not this physical body, not this mind. We are that spirit. We are that energy that goes through certain experiences. So we at the core level are that spirit. So we don't have a beginning, nor do we have an end. So we, ever since the time beginning, there is no beginning of time. So I mean the time for the eternal time. But of course this materialistic universe has its own time. But ever since the beginning of this materialistic time, our soul, which is us, goes through all these experiences. So we might have incarnated as a plant, as an animal, as a bird, as a reptile, maybe as a human. And so we go through all these incarnations, and as we go through, so the thing is, most of us get attached to this external reality. So that's a difference between us and a God. A God is someone who is beyond this illusion of space and time, who is not attached to this external reality. God knows that this is just an illusion, and he or she just descends, just has this experience, and then once that experience is done, that awareness of the reality kicks in, and God merges with himself. But what happens is that, as I said, like ever since the beginning of this materialistic time, we have been incarnating in different forms. Now, as we have progressed, rather than after having a certain experience, rather than letting go of it and being aware of who we are and merging with our true self, we have got attached to this external reality, and we have been accumulating all the karma, the desires, and all these beliefs with time. So what happens is that even though you let go of a particular incarnation, particular form, these sort of karma and desires carries on with you. I mean the spirit, with you, the spirit. So based on this karma and based on these desires, you take new forms. So at the end of a particular incarnation, so when you leave the body, a few other bodies will be open to you. Now you choose, I mean, so I'm very clear, you choose it, meaning you at the spirit, see, I'm here, my body is here, right? Now, I might have had a previous form, a form in the past. Now, when I had let go of that form, there might have been several other forms that are available for me to take. But it is me, that spirit me, that chose to have this sort of a physical form. And this physical form is a result of all our karma and desires and all our belief systems. So that is something, the first thing that needs to be very clear. So it is us. Take it really clear, because this is so important. It is us, the spirit, that chooses this particular form. We choose how we have to incarnate. We choose what kind of experience that we want to go through, and we descend. So that is the first thing that has to be understood. Now Now again, so now we've got this form. Now taking my case, now I've got this form. But the thing about the thing what happens is that we are all programmed into this three-dimensional reality. So meaning, so we are always reacting. We are always, we look things, we just assume everything that is real, and we are assuming, we are reacting to it. The thing here is, all of us, it's so dangerous to use this word all, but let's go with 99.9%. We are programmed to believe that this is all there is. This body is who I am. This thought, this brain, you know, all this sort of composition is who I am. And what we end up doing is we think that this is who we are and this is the reality, and we go on to, we carry on our lives. We go to school, we go to college, we go to a job, or we have our own business, whatever we do. We do our work, and then we get married, we have children. So this process keeps going on. So we totally have forgotten who we are and what is our source and why are we here in the first place. Now, a very few of us wake up to who we are. So a few of us, and remember, so if you're watching this video, then I am telling you, so you are one of those persons who is on this path of realizing yourself. So because you will not be able to perceive something which you are not. So now, so a few of us, coming back, so a few of us begin to realize that there is something beyond this reality, this so-called reality. So we enter this process of self-realization. We seek the truth, and we realize that, hey, so this is not me. This body, this t-shirt, this shirt, this specs, I am going through this experience of a person having this characteristic and doing these things, whereas I am not that person. Is that very clear? So I'll repeat it again. So I'm taking my own example. It is you, it is everyone out there. So again, with my example, so me, the essence of who I am, the I, that is going, the experience that is going through this experience of this male form, with this sort of an experience, with the sort of a work I do. But this is not me. What am I is the spirit at the core level. So a very few of us, we wake up to this, we wake up to who we are, and we find that it is so liberating, because you know, there is so if you are even in this path, we know that there is something. So you might have everything in this world. You might be a billionaire, or you might have the greatest house, or whatever it is, but that is not going to satisfy your soul. Of course, I'm not discounting the fact that they do add a certain amount of happiness, but at the same time, when you dig up, when you are into that, when you are into that journey, what really satisfies you is to realize who you are and impart this wisdom or add value to other people. Now, in our journey, right, in our journey, when we are trying to go for big things, so what happens is we meet with failures. We often get what we don't want. So again, right, so we are programmed into this 3D reality. So again, we go on to complaining the other people, complaining the society, complaining life, complaining about God. See, I'll be very frank. So I was someone who was doing this. Excuse me.